Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all the ships I see. I know it's been a minute since you heard me say that one. It's been a minute since I've had a broadcast out like this, live and everything. There are some reasons for it. Just wanted to go ahead and get my chops going again. Start these back. Don't know if I'm going to be doing them weekly or like when we got down to every 2 weeks back in the past when I was doing these on a regular basis. So I'm just trying to keep everything going. So as you notice now, it's like I gotta get this straightened up. Trying to do hats more. There's a reason for that. I may show it during this live stream. Somebody came on and go like, "Why are you starting to wear these hats?" Maybe I'll show it. So today, promised to talk about taxes and everything, and that's my main purpose. But I'm going to throw in some other things. I'm also going to look at some things I'm possibly going to be doing for some of the videos and everything going forward. So go ahead. If you have any questions, I'm going to stop every once in a while, check to see if I have questions. And let's go ahead and start talking about taxes. So in order to do this, when you're doing real estate, as far as buying or selling, or mainly buying, you're going to have to worry about property taxes. There's no way you can get around that. It's like death and taxes, two things you cannot get around. So what are the taxes like here in Nevada, especially Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, and Henderson area? I want to compare that to other parts of the country that people may be moving from. So let me see if I can find this. I'm going to pull it over. And let's see. Let's go ahead and share this screen out. So I was thinking about this. Where are people coming from? And most importantly, if they moved here, how does that affect their taxes? So I'm going to try to look for places like, look here, California. 30% of people moving to Las Vegas come from California. What blew me away was the next highest, even though it's way down there, at 8%, is Texas. What this doesn't show you is closing in really close to Texas is, believe it or not, Florida. So I'm going to look at the taxes in these three places where people may be coming from, and we can kind of see if that's going to affect things when people buy. So I'm going to kind of cheat just in case, because I'm going to be honest, everything in real estate is kind of a little bit different because everybody wants their stuff exposed, but they don't want it exposed. And they say, oh, you're not supposed to show it from the MLS. So I'm going to show it from a neutral third party that everyone has access to. It's called Zillow. So we're just going to go to Zillow. I'm going to find a home for sale in Las Vegas in a typical neighborhood. And from there, we're going to find that home someplace in these other places. In other words, something very similar. So I'm going to start with a zip code search. Let's do 89. I don't want to pick any place too ritzy. So let's go up in the Centennial Hills area. So we're going to find ourselves, oh, come on. Let's keep it into normal people prices. So no more than 500,000. That's like the lowest they're showing here. You know what? I'm going to keep this out. So let's just look what's available up here in Centennial Hills. Yeah, no, I want something normal people will buy. Maybe this $435,000 house here. Okay, so this house here, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,000 square feet. I'm going to put this into a tool called RPR, and I think they should have the taxes here, but I just want to be sure and back it up. Oops. Okay, so yeah, I'll just keep it out of RPR for now. Just use Zillow. So 2022, they paid $1,660 in taxes. Okay, so kind of got a little base going here. Well, why don't you come over here? So we're looking at 1660 in taxes for $435,000 house, 4 bedroom, 4 bath. Well, let's go to California and let's see if we can dig up something. So a lot of people come here from LA. And I know I'm not going to be able to get that kind of price in LA. So let's get this down to 4 bedroom, 3 bath. And let's zoom in and just find a place that's for sale. Not in Beverly Hills. Okay, let's see here. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know much about the LA area. So, wow, 20 million, 7.5, 3 million. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, see, y'all got me messed up here. 11 million, 19. There's got to be something with 4 bedrooms and 3 baths that doesn't cost an arm and a leg in California. You've got to be kidding me. 16 million. Look at all this stuff. Maybe if I went here, I can sort it by lowest to highest or something. Here we go. Low to high. Oh my goodness. $1.2 million. Two. This is low to high. I think that's a condo. Okay, so let's see if we can do some stuff here. We'll take out all of this stuff. Oh my goodness. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be that expensive. Okay, wait a minute. Now, all of a sudden, there's a $800,000 place. Now, okay, that is close. So let's see. So let's go in here. Let's see what we get on tax. I am actually impressed. So for roughly the same house older, it's only $2,300 in taxes. I really would have expected things to be much higher than that. Now, you're buying a $800,000 house that's equivalent to, I'm going to call it equivalent to this house. Now, this one does not have a garage. Wow. Look at this just estimated cost here. $5,400 to buy this place compared to 26 here in Vegas for someone moving from California. But I like how the tax difference is because per month, something ain't right. Oh, you know what? They got that proposition there where your taxes are stable and the next person to buy the house has to pay the higher taxes. So we have to take into account stuff like that. So someone who buys a house in California, if I'm not mistaken, they get the new tax rate because look at this. If you were to buy this house, your monthly taxes estimated by Zillow is going to be $780 a month. So those people probably stayed there a while compared to 181. So, oh my goodness, that's like a $600 difference per month. That's a car payment. So that's what kind of happens in uh there in LA. Let's try another place. Let's search San Diego. Hopefully you can have houses. Oh, okay, there we go. 750, 6 bedroom. Wish I could just do four, let's say. 4 bedroom, 3 bath, 1892. That looks very similar right there. So we're going to go ahead and pump that one in. Then we're just going to see what the taxes are right now. The tax man cometh. So right now, they haven't paid their taxes so far this year. Interesting. But last year, 4750 compared to 2671, $800,000 place. Let's see what Zillow shows should be the taxes, 769 per month. So again, about a little under $600 difference in taxes. That's a very similar house there. Let's see. Let's go someplace else. Next was Texas. Don't mess with Texas, all right? So let's assume Austin, since I know their housing market is pricing a bunch of people out. Hey, that's reasonable. Look at that. 4 bedroom, 3 bath, 2,700 square feet. I'm sitting there talking to agents I know in Austin, and I'm not even, and I lost you. I'm sorry. Talking to agents I know in Austin, and they're going like, "Oh, the housing market is so high, it's so great. People can't afford it." And I'm like, "What in the world?" I'm looking at these prices. These look pretty good. I'm getting the one that's the closest. So this one is a 360, which is actually less expensive than Las Vegas. Let's see here. And let's look at our tax. OMG. $6,900 a month on a $360,000 property. $450 a month is estimated in taxes, which somehow doesn't add up to 6,900. Does someone know what they're doing? That makes me feel. I think they're just using some formula. They're not even coming up with anything. This is the exact opposite. That's like 5,000 something dollars, which is less than they're paying now. You can see taxes are going up. Okay, so I'm going to go with this number here. So 6,900 compared to 26. Whoops, I'm sorry. Compared to 16. So $5,500 difference. So as you can see, even moving from Texas, you have an advantage moving to Las Vegas. Let's check out Florida. So where would people be moving to Las Vegas from Florida? Orlando. Why not? I've been to Disneyland since I was a kid. Would love to go back. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving these prices. Look at this. 4 bedroom, 3 bath house, 3,500 square feet. Looks like a single story for $180,000. Are you kidding me? Okay, let's just look at this one here. Let's see here. And the tax bill cometh to, man, I'm loving this price. Look at this house. This is nice. And the tax bill cometh to $4,000 in taxes. So not too bad. I mean, that's not too bad. $4,000 in taxes. I really couldn't complain over something like that. But we always got something to complain about because I do know home insurance is also more expensive, but I don't want, since this doesn't really do a good job on home insurance, in my opinion, I'm not going to do anything about that or talk about it. But in general, from what I know, home insurance in Texas is a bit more expensive, and home insurance in Florida is a lot more expensive. So you're going to be paying more in taxes and home insurance. I would love to get someone who's in insurance in here to actually talk for a second, and we can see what you can actually get for this house. I mean, these houses for insurance was. So next, let's see how. Just going to do the general that I normally do. Let's see what's going on in the market. Let me pull a few things over here. Make sure I'm looking at myself so I'm sharing the screen properly. So let's go ahead and drag the wrong thing over. And let's just see what has happened in the market. So for those of you who haven't talked about, I got two headlines that I saw back to back. Las Vegas housing market had its first decline, and for the year it did. Then the next day it says condos are at the highest level in history, which they are, or we'll see. We'll find out. So we come here and look at the houses. So in the month of August, representing this is September numbers for right now. The median price was $447,435. 2009 units sold. 2,641 units came on the market, and right now we have 3,881 units, 1.9 months of inventory. Let's compare that against last month, where almost the same number of homes sold. So 2009, 2,041, so a little bit less. Median price 450. 2350 came, 54 came on the market. 3524 was available for 1.7 months. Let's get back to those condos and townhomes, which they are actually combined here in our market, even though they're different product. So 287 was the median sales price compared against 273.5 last month. And they say that's the highest. Let me go ahead and go back to the height of the market, which was May of 2022. Let's see if they told the truth. And lo and behold, let's see, I drag this over here. Let's not put it right here. So 285 was the height of the market. 287. So they did not lie. Condos and townhomes, we don't know which one because they combine them, have hit the highest number in history, which is just blowing me away for multiple reasons. So let's go out and find out. Well, let's finish up this. So over the last 7 days, let's see what happened. Blow this up a little bit for y'all. So we had 757 new listings come on the market. 156 came back on the market. That could be from a variety of reasons. 569 price decreases, which is blowing me away. That is a lot. That's like, come on, look, 757 came on the market. 569 had price decreases. Folks, stop overpricing your stuff. I'm just saying so much stuff where I mentor other agents, and I was mentoring an agent a couple of days ago. So it's been a Thursday. And no, she's trying to get a listing from a seller, and they're pulling the stuff of, well, I'm looking and it's a condo, I believe. Well, the condos was 285 or whatever he came up with. So I want to price mine at 285. And I had to show her, no, the condos are not at 285. The condos and townhomes are at 285, and townhomes sell for more than condos. I mean, he was neglecting everything there was about where he's located, how old, what everything else in the complex is sold for. And that is what leads to this stuff. And the longer you're on the market, the less money you actually get. And you always have these people, and it's the biggest lie in real estate. As soon as someone says it, an experienced agent rolls their eyes. Well, I know I'm asking for a bid, but I am willing to wait to get my number. Says everyone who says that and does not come true. My experience has been everybody who's ever said that after the first weekend calls up and goes, well, do we have any offers on the house yet? No, we don't. Okay. The next weekend they call up, are there any offers on the house yet? No. Well, why isn't the house sold? I thought you said you could wait as long as possible. Oh, yeah, I am. Next weekend, why hasn't my house sold yet? Every single time. And it's this little thing right here, the overpricing. That's why they have to have these price decreases. And once you go past week 3, you're going to get less money than you would have gotten on day 1. It's just a fact, no matter how you like it. Let's see. Under contract show and no show. I've got a decent number here, which is 695, if my public math is correct. Now, this is interesting. I don't like that number. 433 sold, while we got 757 new listings. That is kind of pointing towards something, which means we're probably going to have, if this continues, we'll probably have more inventory next month. Of course, a lot of this is dependent upon, we have, these interest rates, they're killing people. Everybody's like backing out, and it's just the way it is. I'm still surprised at this number. This is not a lot. 70 expireds. Yes, it's creeping up, but it is not a lot. I looked at this last week, which would have encompassed the traditional period in which a lot of expireds come on the market at the end and beginning of a month. It really wasn't that high compared, because I can remember back when the market was normal, at the beginning of a normal month like this, end of the last month, beginning of this month, expireds would be in the hundreds. It was like 100 and something. When I say hundreds, I mean like hundreds peaking at 1,000. And then when you go into the January midsummer thing, because some agents will write theirs just through end of the year, either ended on December 31st or January 1st, according to when they did it in the year, or they'll do it like June 30th, July 1st, and those will be in the thousands, and that was normal. Now it's not so normal. Withdrawals and conditional withdrawals. These are people who are saying, hey, I'm not getting my price or whatever. You're not doing your job, even though the agent possibly did their job. There's a good chance. Because let me be honest. I'm gonna tell you what sells a house: location, condition, access, and the one no one wants to hear about when they're trying to sell a house: price. It's actually number 1. The others are just middling conditions. For the right price, people will live in a part of town they say they will never ever live in if they get the right price. Condition, oh, the house is in bad condition, I can fix that up. They'll say that if they got the right price. It's very rare you have an overpriced house that's going to sell. It sells. And you saw that thing about 30% of the people are coming from California. Even that person who was talking to my mentee, you know what they were saying? All you got to do is find me a California buyer. You think that everyone else isn't looking for the magical California buyer that sold their house in San Diego for 1.5 million that they paid 250,000 for 20 years ago, that can come in here, buy a house, furnish that house, fix it up the way they want, and buy 2 new cars and still have a whole bunch of money left over? Yeah, everyone's looking for them. You're not special. Okay, so that covers that. Well, we got plenty of time here. So let's just see what came on the market, which would be in the median of what's been selling. So 447. Oh yeah, I already said I wasn't going to use this. So I haven't had any complaints, but every once in a while you'll have an agent who's um, get all persnickety that somebody shows something about their listing. I mean, I know some agents will literally steal them. I had a house one time. It was nice. Had like tennis courts and everything. And I was finding that thing all over Craigslist. You know, the funniest thing is every one of them led back to that agent's page, which I still have no issues with, but there was never anything about an address. It led back to their general page with no mention of the house whatsoever. That was strange. That was strange. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to go hide this, and I'm going to find something from the new listings in the. Oh, you know what? Maybe I can do this in the good old Zillow. Hold up, hold on. Maybe there's a place here where I can say it came in like in the last week or something. Let's see. Nah. Okay, so I'll just find one here. So a new listing that's at the meet. You know what? Why can't I just do it here? So minimum. So we said 447. No, this isn't going to work. It's too wide. I think I can still do it. I can make it work. 500. Then I'll take this off and just make it all of Las Vegas. Actually, it should just be everything. So we're going to be looking for something in that price range. Oh, I can sort by the newest here. So let's see what we can get. So we're looking for that number, a little less than 450 or around. Okay, here we go. That looks like a brand new house. I'm positive that is a brand new house. That's a rendering. This could be from going through the model home, but let's see what we got here. So 455.9. So brand new. 85 bucks in HOAs. I've been thinking about doing a video on just no HOA because a big or large number of people will go like, and I don't want to have an HOA. I don't want to have people telling me what to do. I'd love to go through and talk about that and talk about HOAs. If anyone's interested and they want me to make that video, let me know. As a matter of fact, I think it's on my list, but we'll see. Oh, where are the taxes? They have not published. Hold on, let me make sure. They have not passed out what the taxes are going to be. I don't like that purely because I don't know what my taxes are going to be. I'm going to go in here. I can afford this. You know, I'm going in certain types of loans, and then they hit me with a high tax bill. So here's one of the things they don't tell you when you buy a new house. The taxes are a lot higher, significantly higher when you buy a new house over a resale home. So this house, if this was a resale home, your taxes could have been $2,000 a year. This house could easily be $8,000 in taxes. So that's one of the things to watch out for. And if you're coming in, maybe one of the first questions you may want to ask: how much are the taxes? Don't let like surrounding neighborhoods guide it, because like right now this is in Providence, and if I were to go and find another house, actually this may not be Providence, they built that out, it's probably Sky Hills. So let's see, let's go over here to Providence / Sky Hills. find something in that range that already has been built. So that's going to be a built up house there. So the taxes are 2533, not bad. But if you go and you look at a new house, they could easily be, like I said, $5, $6, $7,000. So you should almost go in when you talk about a new house. What are the taxes like on this? Because you don't want to get stuck up on that. Yeah, I don't see any questions yet, so let's continue. So now I'm going to try to go into some of the things I'm planning to. You know what? I had that going on there, and yeah, no, you guys saw it. Well, let me go back to that house so you can see it. Is this it? No, this is it. Sorry, I did that. I like to show my work. 2533 for the taxes on this house. 165,000. 465,000. Now my next thing, which would be interesting for that house, let me find it again, see if I can do it. This is something I'm planning to add to most of my videos going forward when I talk about different areas, because people don't think about this. How am I getting around? Is it something that I can walk in? What's the transportation like? Not everybody has a car, and some folks got to rely on Uber and Lyft and all that stuff. What about the people who want to take a bike? So I've known about this website, but I'm going to start adding the data from it. Right now, they're saying the best neighborhood in town is actually downtown Las Vegas. If I have time, I'm going to show you what the housing's like in downtown Las Vegas. This is like, Fremont Street, around that area, in the Fremont Street experience. So let's see here. So first of all, it says it's got a 95% walk score. So you basically don't need any kind of car to get around. Good transportation. It's bikeable. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see. Ba-bum. Now this one was really cool. It's a time travel map, or travel time map. I'm gonna get you to all of this here. So if you were to live in this area, in 20 minutes, you can walk. Now, I want to use the word walk, commute via, I don't know, because you got to be real careful. You're not supposed to sometimes say things like, it's like, what if I can't walk? What if I have an injury and I can only hobble around on crutches, all this stuff? I'm just giving an example. This is what you can do in 20 minutes, how far you can go. So as you know, there's a lot of shops and restaurants and everything else there. Now, if I were to get on my bike, that's how far I can go in 20 minutes. If I were to jump into a car, as you can see, in 20 minutes, you can get to most parts of town. Now, you can also, what happens if you have rush hour, you got to always think about that. It's going to calculate it. During rush hour, this is how far you can get. So I'm hoping this is going to be something that's useful for folks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the address of that last place in here. Go figure. Come on, go figure it out. So it has a walk score of 5. Almost all areas require a car. I can pretty much attest to that based on where this is. Let's see if I can. Oh, it doesn't let me slide it around. The nearest grocery store is like over here. Yeah, there is not a lot of transit in that area. Yeah, there are some bus stops. You may have to walk a few miles to go to a bus stop. Who wants to walk a few miles to go to a bus stop? Somewhat. There is, I'd say there's actually more biking infrastructure in Providence than they say here. There's actually really nice bike lanes. If you go there on a Saturday morning, nice times of year, it's going to be bikes and bikes and bikes and joggers and walkers and everything else. But does that get you anywhere? Because they're biking for exercise. They were showing so many damn ads. So in 20 minutes, this is how far you can walk, how far you can bike, which is a decent amount. How far you can drive with no traffic. You can get to most of the valley. So it is fairly convenient. Now I want to expand this out to about 30 minutes to see how far you can make it. So you could almost make it to Henderson. If you're stationed up at Creech, you can almost make it to Creech. Then rush hour. Now this, well, I don't agree with this calculation. Now, yeah, for here, but up here, uh, yeah, you're still, it's going to be the same as before because there is no rush hour going up to 95 to Creech. So let's say you're there and you're stationed at Nellis in rush hour, which getting to work at 7:30 is going to be rush hour. You can, yeah, that's pretty close. You can probably get there in 50 minutes in rush hour. Uh, and I have to almost half disagree with that one a little bit because the 215 up here is not going to be as crowded as some other places. So they're just using a calculation. That's all we get on that. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. Well, was there something else I was going to do? We talked about that. Still got a little time. Nobody's asked any questions. I have 5 people on right now. Let's. Oh boy, hope I don't get myself into trouble. I'm just gonna put this out there. As a matter of fact, I need to do it anyway for a video that's coming out soon. So hold on here. I have a pro account on this place here. So I'm going to bring it over. It's called Neighborhood Scout. So they actually have the best information about every neighborhood in the country. Unfortunately, they actually got in trouble a while back because their information was too good. You know, you ever heard of people having information that's too good? Yeah, their information was so good that they were literally sued by fair housing advocates because they're saying your information is too good that somebody could go in for nefarious purposes and build like their perfect neighborhood. So I don't want to mention races here, but let's say I want to have a live in a neighborhood that's full of purple people eaters who went to college, who have um, a went to college, graduated from college, have an average household income of over $100,000 a year. You could feed it in the good old days, and it will spit you out the neighborhood in that city for you to live in. And that's the reason they got in trouble. So they do something different now. Hopefully, this will keep me out of trouble. Let me share again before I forget. Hey, you get to see me too. So now let's look at Providence, which is 89166. And it produces this wonderful information. And it shows 89166 goes all the way around Lee Canyon. Huh, interesting. Never knew. Let me get in here. And what's cool, why is it not? Okay. Do I have to? I actually need to do this because I just did a video on Providence. Why is this not letting me generate my report? It's not letting me generate a report. Let me try a different neighborhood here, see what happens. Oh no. What is going on? Maybe it's Sunday night and they're like down or something. Let's put that address in and see what happens, just for grins and giggles. What? Okay, so let's try this again. See, now I'm looking bad here. So this should have just spit out just this amazing amount of information. It's not doing it. I think they must be down or something. Because I mean, you'd put a zip code in here and it would just spit out. Let's see, 89.35. Let's see what happens. The amount of information it's supposed to spit out is just ridiculous. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's not letting me do a full. No, it should let me do a full one. Let's just look here, see what happens. Oh, there it is. I used to be able to do this by zip code. What are they doing? They're letting me have less and less information. This is not cool. Okay, so let's just look at that information there for a second. No, we said we're going to do someplace specific. So I know I can do this by zip. Come on, let me zoom in here. Okay, so let's just do here. Okay, there we go. That's in the neighborhood. Okay, estimated median price 515. It's more expensive than 75% of the neighborhoods in Las Vegas. I'm sorry, Nevada. With 75.2% of the neighborhoods in the US. Average rental price in there is 35.38. Huh? Oh, that makes sense. It does. Most of these people are stationed at creeps. Matter of fact, the last house I sold in there was a guy from my squadron. So, great proportion of his residents are active duty in the military. Then, more than 97.9% of other neighborhoods. Oh, a high percentage of Tagalog speakers, a lot of Filipinos. I did not know there was a lot of Filipinos there. Wow, I just learned something. 15th highest among the 15 highest income neighborhoods in America. I did not know that. Wow, I can't wait to put this down in that next video. I'll skip that. People who live there spend 30 to 45 minutes commuting one way to work every day. Let's see here. Let's talk about real estate. And I got to unlock the report, which I am going to unlock. Oh, okay. So I got to unlock multiple reports. Okay, let's unlock that report. Okay, unlock it. Fortunately, I got in on this a long time ago. It's normally like 1,200 bucks a month. I pay $206 a year. Lucky me. Let's see what we got for real estate. The median real estate taxes in there are 39.34, which kind of didn't add up with what we just saw. So we're just looking at this house. This is in Providence, if I remember. Yes, it is. What were the taxes? I like to check their work. 25.33. It says the median is 39.34. Okay. Majority of the houses are between 411 and 550, 550, let's call it that. 74% are owner occupied, but this is amazing, 25% rent. And 4.5% are vacant year round. So according to this, the rent there is very high for Nevada. Yeah, very high for the nation. Nobody's asking any questions so far. This is what the rentals look like. Economics. Now that doesn't add up. 10 out of 100 for walk score, but they're saying it's fair here. Skip all of this. Nope. 51% are executives, managers, professionals. 26% work in sales. We'll skip this. 44.7% of the adults there have a college degree compared to 13.8% of the nation. I'm sorry, compared to 33% of the nation. Advanced degrees, that's on par with the country. Okay, I'm delving there. It's safer than 62% of the neighborhoods. Schools. I would expect the schools to be better. So it's showing the elementary schools get a 9 out of 10. I'm assuming this comes from like greatschools.org or something. The middle schools get a 3 and the high schools get a 6. These are schools that service that area. Okay, let's check out trends and forecasts. Interesting. This is just saying that appreciation is going to be less than 7.5% over the next 3 years, so roughly 2% per year. Now, if you're going like, wait a minute, that doesn't add up, remember, each year, that percentage, if it's 2% a year, it changes, so that would be around 2%. I hope you guys are finding this valuable because this is stuff I'm going to be putting out more walk scores and information from here along with some other places. So they're not giving a very good forecast of what they think the housing is going to do. Look at this. Compared to the rest of Las Vegas, it's 8 out of 10, but to the nation, it's 1 out of 10. Interesting. But over the last 10 years, it was 10 out of 10. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and download this. Okay. Oh, here. I'm supposed to be able to share this. Why am I not able to share? And I got to actually do a few more now that I can't do it by zip code. Okay. I didn't have any questions tonight. Stick around, and whenever you see that video on Providence, you'll see what we have there. And since nobody asked, I'm not going to tell you what's going on with the hats, but I do know that the little thing here is crooked. This is an easy one. This is my call sign. I'm just branding everything with my call sign on it because I made my cute little thing there. Okay, that should do it. And since there are no questions, I'm going to go ahead and end this. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And of course, if you're actually trying to get a hold of me, it is much easier to call, text, or email than leave the comments down there. Because sometimes we get a little busy, but if you call, text, or email, and most importantly, get on the calendar, then you're going to get answered. Simple as that. Okay, I'm going to probably have this again in 2 weeks. Unless I'm feeling really froggy and do it next week, more than likely it's going to be 2 weeks from now. Okay, see you guys later.